This is a guide on how to get into med school. So there are two ways that you can get into med school. One is the traditional way. You go to college for 4 years, and then you go to med school for 4 years. You take the mcat, SAT, ACT, or whatever, and all that good stuff. But the other way is the bsmd program, or there are other programs out there too that you can do, but that's the one I did. And it's very competitive, but you can get into it. Like, it's not impossible. So this is like a guide for, like, if you're like in high school, like what you need to do. First and foremost, you need to take the hardest classes that you can possibly take. Like, take as many APs as you can. I know it's gonna be hard and challenging, but take as many APs as you can. And if you can't take a lot of APs, just take some honors in there too. Like, that's fine too, but taking like a basic class, and like, it's not gonna get you much. Just take the hardest classes you can. That's gonna boost your GPA, and that's gonna help you. GPA is very important. Like, you gotta have a good GPA. If you don't have a good GPA, the med schools are gonna think that you're just fooling around. Like, if you can't take high school seriously, you're not gonna take med school seriously, so you gotta have a good GPA. The second thing that I recommend you do in high school is volunteer at a hospital. Okay, don't waste your time volunteering at a, library. You should volunteer, it's not that. It's just that if you're trying to get into med school and you really want to volunteer, you should do it at a hospital, because like, they don't care if you volunteered at a library during your sophomore year or freshman year. They don't care. So I recommend, instead of wasting your time, just maybe your junior year or your sophomore year, your freshman year, just volunteer at a hospital, so the med schools know that, like, you know how it's like to be in a hospital. Third thing you can do is start your own club. Now, don't just start like a random club. I mean, you can, but start like a really good club. For example, like a research club, and show that you have leadership skills. Like starting, a research project about a disease or stuff like that. Just start a club that's gonna tell the med school that you really, you really wanna delve into this field. The fourth thing you can do in high school is play a varsity sport. For example, tennis, or try to be a captain of a team. If you're just playing on a team and you're not varsity by senior or a captain, there's no point, so don't waste your time doing that if you can't be varsity. So that's all my tips, and remember, when the video started, I told you about the two ways to get into med school, the traditional way and the short way. If you want to get into med school the short way, you have to have a good GPA, and you have to be what they called is like a spiky student. Okay, so there's like a well-rounded student, like a balanced average student, and then there's a spiky student. Spiky students are usually the odd ones out, so you gotta be one of those, so you can become a doctor faster and save money, and you don't have to take the MCAT or something. If you guys want to know how to be a spiky student, just let me know in the comments and I'll make a video on it. Alright? Thank you so much for watching, and have a good day.